cannot say that I've ever done that before. I've watched, my fair share of fumble recovery, so I'm trying my best to imitate that on the play. It's a result-driven business, so I got the result done. I'm sure a lot of people could criticize my technique, but yeah, I got the job done, I guess.
Jaden?
Yeah, Caden, speaking of the punting situation, obviously two back-to-back muff punts that the team was able to recover. What does it say about this team that it can respond when, maybe things don't go as well as you would like?
I think it speaks to the adversity, that this team has been through and, just who we are, as people in the locker room. I think we have a bunch of fighters in the locker room and, when guys really buy in, together and, to the team, it's not just one side of the ball, and one side of the ball, might, not be performing the way they want to, we'd have no doubt that the other side can pick the other side up and, special teams, our job is to, make the transition between offense and defense, to help us have the best, favor, for that next series. So, I mean, just that, each side of the ball can really help us and, can get their job done to help the team. I think, we're able to see that tonight.
Brian?
Just
Yeah, Caden, what did you see on that punt? Obviously, you kicked the ball, and you may not have been happy with the kick. Obviously, it was a little bit short, but what did you see? How did that play kind of play out?
I mean, you kind of hit it, right on. It wasn't the ideal punt, obviously, by me. So let's get better on that one. First of all, so yeah, I mean, balls in the air. I hear some oohs in the crowd, and then watch the ball hit their player's helmet and bounce towards me, and just I guess instinct took over, and I thought I could get there before their guy, and apparently I did. So it was a good outcome. So. I was able to take, a negative situation and, try to fix it. So that was good.
Walked off the
Last two
Florida State
questions.
helmet, then he recovered and ran off the field with the ball. Yeah,
Last two questions for Caden. We'll go Rob and then Jaden.
there. And then
Yeah, Caden, what does complimentary football feel like for you guys? Do you feel like you played it today?
Yeah, Coach Dorn, he preaches complimentary football, to us every week. It's, the offense, getting their job done, the defense, getting their job done, and then special teams, helping each side of the ball, be in the best situation to start, their series. So, complimentary football is obviously very important. And, I think we were able to, show it tonight. And I was able to help, the defense a little bit, with putting their guys inside the 20. We have a great coverage team. Jake Mann, he does a great job snapping the ball. Matt McCabe, he does a fantastic job, calling the protection, calling the coverage. And, I really think that we just have a great unit up there. So it's, helps me, be able to do my job to, help with complimentary football. And, I think we were able to see that tonight. And it's definitely, one of the keys to victory for us.
Jaden, last
going
question.
back, yeah, going back to that one punt, it's bouncing backwards, opposite of where you want it to go. When you were gonna recover it, was there anything like in your mind, or was that like pure instinct? I gotta go get it.
I would say that it was definitely pure instincts. I grew up a soccer player. I played goalie, so it kind of reminded me of a little goalie slide there. So yeah, it ended up seemed like the perfect technique for the situation. So glad I kind of had that in my bag of tricks.
Thanks, Caden.